आज हम पार्ट 2 स्टार्ट करेंगे ह्यूमन हेल्थ एंड सैनिटेशन का। ठीक है, तो क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। नॉन डिस्पोजल ऑफ सॉलिड वेस्ट में कॉज स्प्रेड ऑफ रोटेंट रिलेटेड प्लैग। द लैंडफिल साइट शैल बी अवे फ्रॉम ए रिवर, कम से कम 100 मीटर दूर होना चाहिए लैंडफिल रिवर से। पैरोलिसिस प्रोसेस इज, पैरोलिसिस क्या है? एंडोथर्मिक प्रोसेस है। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। सेग्रीगेशन एट सोर्स इज अ कंसेप्ट associated with which is the solid waste management। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। ब्लड विथ अदर बॉडी फ्लूइड आर एग्जांपल ऑफ पैथोलॉजिकल वेस्ट। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। स्टेप इन लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ मलेरिया पैरासाइट। मलेरिया पैरासाइट के लाइफ साइकिल किस कौन कौन से स्टेप होते हैं? ठीक है, तो हम यहाँ 5 स्टेप दे रखे हैं, तो इसमें आपको स्टेप बताने हैं। ठीक है, साइटो इन मॉस्किटो गेट्स ब्रस्ट एंड रिलीज स्पैरोजॉइट्स। Sporozoites reach to salivary gland of the mosquito. Next is mosquito bites human host and injects saliva and sporozoites. And exothroozoid multiplication in human liver takes place. Mesozoites release into blood stream of human and cause fever। ठीक है, तो करेक्ट स्टेप्स हैं। सबसे पहले क्या? साइटो इन मॉस्किटो गट्स गेट ब्रस्ट एंड रिलीज स्पैरोजॉइट्स। फिर उसके अगला स्टेप क्या होता है? फिर स्पैरोजॉइट्स रीच द सलेवरी ग्लैंड ऑफ मॉस्किटो एंड देन उसके बाद फिर नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या था? मॉस्किटो बाइट्स ह्यूमन होस्ट एंड इंजेक्ट सलाइवा विथ स्पैरोजॉइट्स। फिर उसके बाद क्या अगला स्टेप होता है? एक एक्सोएरिथोसाइट्स मल्टीप्लिकेशन इन ह्यूमन लिवर टेक प्लेस। फिर उसके बाद क्या होता है? मीरोसाइट्स रिलीज इनटू ब्लड स्ट्रीम ऑफ द ह्यूमन एंड कॉज फीवर। ये सारे स्टेप्स होते हैं अगर हमको कोई मलेरिया पैरासाइट कट कर ले तो, ठीक है, बाइट कर ले तो। ठीक है, तो ये हमारा सीक्वेंस हो जाएगा स्टेप। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ मलेरिया पैरासाइट इन मॉस्किटो। ठीक है, तो कौन कौन से लाइफ लाइफ साइकिल होते हैं? पहले जाइगोट फॉर्मेशन, ओकिनेटो मोटिल जाइगोट पेनिट्रेट आउटर लेयर ऑफ स्टमक वॉल एंड इनसाइड। फिर ओसाइट ग्रो साइड ब्रस्ट एंड रिलीज स्पैरोजॉइट। फिर स्पैरोजॉइट थ्रू बॉडी कैविटी रीच टू सलेवरी ग्लैंड। तो कौन से सही होते हैं? ठीक है, तो सबसे तो ये किस लाइफ साइकिल? तो सबसे पहले जाइगोट फॉर्मेशन होता है, फिर हमारा ओकनाइट मोटाइल जाइगोट होता है। ठीक है, उसके बाद फिर क्या करता है? पेनिट्रेट आउटर लेयर ऑफ स्टमक वॉल एंड इनसाइड। फिर नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या था? ओसाइड ग्रोस साइड ब्रस्ट एंड रिलीज स्पैरोजॉइट। फिर देन स्पैरोजॉइट थ्रू बॉडी कैविटी रीच टू सलिवरी ग्लैंड। ठीक है, ये हमारे स्टेप्स होते हैं। नेक्स्ट देखते हैं। मैच द फॉलोइंग। ठीक है, तो एडियस मॉस्किटो जो कि होते हैं येलो फीवर कॉज करते हैं, और सैंड फ्लाई विच कॉज क्या? काला हजार की कॉज करते हैं। ब्लैक फ्लाई से क्या होता है? हमें ऑन ऑन जो चेरिसियस्ट। ठीक है, उसके बाद टेस्टियस फ्लाई विच इज ए स्लीपिंग सीकनेस होता है। ऑप्शन ए इज करेक्ट। ठीक, अब नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। रिस्क फैक्टर ऑफ डायबिटीज mellitus are, which is a mosquito bite, lack of exercise, stagnated water, alcohol consumption, consumption of unhealthy food। तो डायबिटीज mellitus होने के क्या क्या रिस्क फैक्टर हैं? तो कौन कौन से? हमारा लैक ऑफ एक्सरसाइज की वजह से हो सकता है, अल्कोहल कंजम्पशन की वजह से, और अनहेल्दी फूड खाने की वजह से भी हो सकता है। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। असर्शन रीजनिंग टाइप, असर्शन और रीजनिंग दे रखा हुआ। NVVDCP deals with vector borne disease, मलेरिया इज वेक्टर बॉर्न डिजीज। ठीक है, तो पूछा हुआ सर्सन रीजनिंग। ठीक है, तो बहुत स्टेटमेंट सही हैं बट रीजन करेक्ट नहीं है सर्सन का। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। मैच द फॉलोइंग। ठीक है, तो सेकेंडरी हेल्थ केयर जो है कि हमारा किसके लिए? कम्युनिटी हेल्थ सेंटर। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट एनालिटिकल। एनालिटिकल आपका है टाइप ऑफ epidemiological study deals with risk factor of disease. Mid-year population refers, which is referred to 1st July. Infant mortality rate IMR, which is a universally accepted indicator for health status, and option C is correct. Next question देखते हैं। मैच द फॉलोइंग। कास्टिक ऑर्गेनिज्म और उससे रिलेटेड डिजीज के बारे में इसमें बात किया गया है। ठीक है, कॉक्सिलिया बर्नेटी विच इज स्क्रब ट्यूब, ठीक है, स्क्रब टाइफस होता है, ठीक है, ए का थर्ड। और यारसिना पेस्टिस विच इज द कैरेक्टर प्लेग, ठीक है, प्लेग, ठीक है। और रिकिटिसा टुसुगुनासी विच इज द करेक्ट आंसर इज क्यू फीवर, ठीक है, सेकंड। और रिकिटिसा टाइफी विच इज ए इंडोमिक टाइफस, हेंस ऑप्शन ए इज करेक्ट। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। मैं द फॉलोइंग एनोफेलस मॉस्किट विच करेक्ट आंसर इज द मलेरिया, इससे मलेरिया डिजीज होता है। क्यूलेक्स मॉस्किटो विच इज ए जैपनीज इंसेफेलाइटिस, ठीक है। और एडियस मॉस्किटो विच इज द डेंगू डिजीज होता है, ठीक है। मिलेट मीट स्क्रब टाइफन्स, हेंस ऑप्शन बी इज करेक्ट, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। मैं डिफिशियंसी और डिफिशियंसी की वजह से कौन सी डिजीज होती है, ठीक है। रिटोनॉल से आपको पता है जीरो पैथोलोमिया होता है, ठीक है। और थायमिन विच इज द थायमिन विच इज वेरी वेरी डिजीज होता है, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। आयरन आयरन डिफिशियंसी से हमें क्या होगा, अनीमिया अनीमिया हो सकता है। और एस्कॉर्बिक एसिड विच इज फॉर करेक्ट, ठीक है, हेंस ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। असर्शन रीजनिंग, ठीक, आउटब्रेक ऑफ गैस्ट्रिक इज मोस्ट कॉमन रिपोर्टेड डिजीज इन द पास्ट डिजास्टर पीरियड। रीजन क्या था, WHO रिकमेंडेड टाइफाइड एंड कोलरा वैक्सीन इन डिजास्टर अफेक्टेड एरिया, ठीक है। तो हमें पता बोथ स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट है, पर रीजन करेक्ट एक्सप्लेनेशन नहीं है असर्शन का, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट ट्रू अबाउट इन्फ्लुएंजा वायरस, ठीक है। तो इसमें से मेजर एपिडेमिक्स आर ड्यू टू एंटी जेनरिक ट्रिप, ठीक है, ये आपका गलत है, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। द साइकिल ऑफ मलेरिया पैरासाइट इन ह्यूमन होस्ट RBC, ठीक है। तो क्या मीरोजाइट्स एंटर इनटू RBCs आफ्टर एक्सो एरिथ्रोसाइटो मल्टीप्लिकेशन इन लिवर, रिंग ट्रोफोजाइट फॉर्म, mature tryphozoite develop immature isconot mature isconot release merozoite, and merozoite release into blood stain and cause fever, hence 1 2 3 and 4 is correct sequence and the answer. Disease caused by mosquito, malaria, dengue, chikungunya, Japanese encephalitis और काला हजार, hence 1 2 3 4 is the correct for मॉस्किटो से हमें ये चारों बीमारी हो सकती हैं, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। मैच द फॉलोइंग एनीफेलस मॉस्किटो, करेक्ट है। एनीफेलस मीन्स से क्या होता है, मलेरिया डिजीज होता है। एडियस मॉस्किटो विच उससे क्या होता है, डेंगू होता है। क्यूलेक्स मॉस्किटो उससे जैपनीज इफोलाइटिस हो सकता है, ठीक है। और मनसोनडियस मॉस्किटो से मलयालम फिलेरिसिस हो सकता है, ठीक है। तो करेक्ट ऑप्शन हमारा क्या है, सी है, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। इन्वायरमेंटल हेल्थ से एयर पॉल्यूशन विच फिनोसिस इज कॉज्ड बाय एक्सपोजर टू कॉटन डस्ट, विच इज बाइनोसिस, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट अ प्राइमरी एयर पॉल्यूटेंट, विच इज ए फॉर्मेल्डिहाइड। Primary air pollutants are which is the sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide, okay. As per NAAQ for exposure time of 24 hours, the PM10 value should not be more than which is 150 microgram per meter cube. The thickness of ozone layer is measured in which is measured in Dobson unit. The most significant harmful primary gaseous pollutant found in vehicular emission is which is carbon monoxide. Dash released by incomplete combustion of fossil also result in air pollution, which is carbon monoxide. Vanadium pentooxide at high temperature has been used very effective for removing which is a SO2. ठीक है. The diffusional mechanism of dust removal equipment when the particle diameter are less than, which is the 0.2 micrometer. Person dying of dash inhalation exhibit the characteristic bright pink color of the flesh due to presence of pink color colored adductor, usually hemoglobin in their blood, which is a carbon monoxide. Dash is one of the most hazardous gases emitted during agriculture activities, which is ammonia, which gas is released into the air and influence global cooling due to volcanic eruption, which is sulfur dioxide. The temperature of the environment surrounding air normally decreases with an increase in the altitude heights. This rate of change of temperature is called the, which is a lapse rate. Dash is the colorless, odorless, and toxic gas produced when organic material like natural gas, coal, or wood are incomplete burned, or is the silent killer because it is colorless, odorless, tasteless, and non-irritating, hence carbon monoxide. Next question is देखते हैं. Carbon monoxide is air pollutant is mainly generated from automobiles. Which of the following option is not an ozone layer depleting chemical, which is copper sulfate? Next question देखते हैं. Among the following substance, identify the one which is not responsible for ozone depletion in Earth stratosphere. Hence, which is a correct answer is अमोनिया. ठीक है, ये नहीं डिप्लीशन करता ओजोन लेयर का. मेजर air pollutant from a thermal power station are which fly as an SO2. Dash refer to the dispersion of solid or liquid particles of microscopic size in the air, which is aerosol. Exam point is important point. According to Ministry of Environmental, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India, water can be used for propagation of wildlife and fishes is class D. As per National Environment Air Quality Standard, the concentration of PM10 in an industrial area in the day must be less than 100 microgram per meter cube. The hazardous pollutant released from LED is arsenic. Thermal optical analysis is widely used to assess carbonious aerosol PM carbon. As per IS 2296 to 1982, which category of surface water can be used as drinking water source without convenient treatment but after disinfection? Category C. The permissible respiratory suspended particle matter RSPM admit air quality for residential area in India is which is 16 microgram per meter cube. As per NAAQS of India, what is the maximum permissible amount of PM 2.5 microgram per cubic meter is residential area in a day, which is a 60. As per NAAQS 2009, the maximum permissible annual concentration of PM10 and PM2.5 respectively in ecological sensitive areas are, which is a 16 microgram per meter cube and 40 microgram per meter cube. Next question. As per National Air Quality Standard, 24-hour mean concentration of PM10 in abundant air in industrial, residential, rural and other areas should not exceed 100 microgram per meter cube. Electrostatic precipitator is primarily used to remove which is particulate matter. Effect of air pollution on building material result in which is a decoloration. Which of the following is unnatural source of air pollution, which is a vehicular population? Dash process is a type of process mainly used to recover energy from solid in one form or another, which is thermal. Contribute less overall greenhouse gas to the atmosphere, which is zero energy building. Which of the following is an aerosol, which is the mist? In noise pollution control, the term LICS denote which is for equivalent continuous sound level. Which one of the following is not a greenhouse gas, which is a ozone? Atmospheric pressure rise because of the release of which is a carbon dioxide. Which of the following pollutant is primarily responsible for the phenomenon known as ozone hole in the Earth atmosphere, which is chlorofluorocarbon? It consists of solid particle formed by incomplete combustion of carbonaceous material. It is known as which is smoke. respiratory disease and chronic bronchitis are caused due to presence of dust in the air, which is for particulate matter. In air pollution control, the spray tower with scrubber polluted gas flow upward. How many parameters are taken into consideration while measuring air quality in India, which is 8? Which of the following particulate population control device cannot be used for particle size less than 50 micron, which is a gravitational settling chamber? Which of the following device unit are not installed for gaseous population control, which is cyclone collector? Pneumococcis Pneumococcis is caused due to inhalation of which of the following, which is the silica dust? नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. स्प्रे टावर कैन बी यूज टू कंट्रोल, क्या करता है, गैसेस पॉल्यूटेंट ओनली और पार्टिकुलेट पॉल्यूटेंट दोनों को क्या करता है, कंट्रोल करता है. विच ऑफ द नेचुरल सोर्स ऑफ एयर पॉल्यूशन क्या है, सी स्प्रे नेचुरल सोर्स. ठीक है. विच पॉल्यूटेंट इज मेजर कॉज ऑफ रिड्यूस विजिबिलिटी, विच PM 2.5. Which one of the point source of air pollution, which is smoke stack. Next, the percentage of nitrogen gas in air is, which is 78%. The Indian Parliament passed a central legislation named Air Pollution Control Act in the year, which is 1981. Leakage is caused by which industry, which is stone crusher. The hazardous pollutant released from LEDs, which is arsenic. A pollution cause can be classified into which is the two. Which air pollution control device was maximum efficiency, which is electrostatic precipitator. Exam point of view important points देखते हैं. The parameters are taken into consideration while measuring air quality in India is 8. As per the National Amendment Air Quality Standard 2009, the limit for the 24 hours average concentration of SO2 is 8.0 ppm. The type of noise can be abated by providing lining on walls and ceiling with a sound absorbing material is reflection noise. The prenocious is caused by due to inhalation of silica dust. Thermal power plant based on the burning of coal pollutant atmosphere by adding to it NOx and SOx with particulate matter. The average consumption of air by an adult human being is in order of which is 12 kg. The fume is which is the path taken by continuous discharge of the gaseous effluent emitted from a chimney. The RSPM is also designated as which is a PM10. Ozone layer is important for us, protect us from UV rays. Which of the following is correct regarding ozone layer? ठीक है, तो ओजोन इज नॉन पॉल्यूटेंट गैस, गलत. ओजोन गेट्स कन्वर्ट इनटू ऑक्सीजन इन द ह्यूमन बॉडी, गलत. ठीक है. ओजोन इज पॉल्यूटेंट गैस फॉर ह्यूमन बीइंग एंड नॉन पॉल्यूटेंट गैस फॉर एनिमल, गलत है. ओजोन इज पॉल्यूटेंट गैस फॉर बोथ एनिमल एंड ह्यूमन बीइंग, ये क्या है, करेक्ट है. ठीक है. विच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट अबाउट कार्बन credits is incorrect. Hence, carbon credits are created with greenhouse gases rise above our baseline. Next question देखते हैं. The Environmental Protection Agency has recommended the unit for measurement of particulate and gaseous pollutant is which is microgram per meter cube. The atmospheric layer closest to the Earth's surface, which is the troposphere. Which segment of the environmental constitutes the rim of living organism and their interaction, which is the biosphere. Next question देखते हैं. The Bhopal gas tragedy in 1984 took place due to release of which gas from which industry, which is methyl isocyanate from the pesticide manufacturing industry. When environmental lapse rate ELR is less than the adiabatic lapse rate ALR, and the atmosphere is said to be which is for super adiabatic. Dash occurring when the atmosphere is stable just above the emission stack and due to which the spread of fume is mostly in the horizontal direction, which is fanning flume. Which of the following is a correct representation of environmental lapse rate ELR, where H altitude, T change in temperature. Hence, correct answer is the ELR. ELR is equal to T naught upon H. ठीक है. Hence option A is correct. Among the different methodologies used for environmental impact assessment, EIA, identify the methodology that is incorrect or not used, which is a group index method. What is the environmental said to be when the ELR is more than the ALR, which is a unstable. देखिए ठीक, अगर ELR अगर अधिक है ALR से तो अनस्टेबल इन्वायरमेंट हो जाएगा, अगर ELR कम है ALR से तो स्टेबल इन्वायरमेंट होगा। अगर ELR इक्वल टू ALR है तो आपका न्यूट्रल कंडीशन हो जाएगा। तो ELR होता है इन्वायरमेंटल लैप्स रेशियो और ALR होता है एडियाबेटिक लैप्स रेशियो। ठीक है, ग्रेट। ठीक है, अगला देखते हैं। Which of the following equipment is generally placed inside the tail exhaust pipe of the automobile to control the air pollution due to partially oxidized emission, which is a catalytic converter? ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। ये क्वेश्चन क्लियर नहीं है तो मैं क्वेश्चन पढ़ देता हूँ। द गैसियस पॉल्यूटेंट मे बी रिमूव्ड फ्रॉम द वेस्ट। ठीक है, ये आपका वेस्ट है। वेस्ट गैस स्टीम बाय केमिकल मेथड एंड यूजिंग catalytic, ठीक, catalytic and non-catalytic conversion catalytic conversion normally at which is a कब नॉर्मली कब 400 to 500 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड पे होता है। ठीक है, ये ऑप्शन। द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ स्मोक इन द टेम्परेचर इज ड्यू टू प्रेजेंस ऑफ विच इज अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ बोथ स्मोक एंड फॉग। विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट एन एंथ्रोपोनिक cause of air pollution, which is burning of firewood? Increase in the concentration of pollutant as it passes from one trophic level to next, known as which is biomagnification. Which is the important outdoor air pollutant, often divided into separate categories of methane and non-methane, which is a volatile organic compound. The Mitra Air Quality Index MAQI is expressed mathematically as nomination is an index of pollution of sulfur dioxide. IC is an index of population of carbon monoxide. IL is an index of population of total suspended particulate. IN is the index of population or nitrogen dioxide, and I naught is the index of population for photochemical oxidant. Hence, MAQI is equal to IS square plus IC square plus IP square plus IN square plus I naught square का होल का पावर 0.5। ठीक है, so B is correct. Which of the following mentioned devices are used for removing vapor phase gases pollutant, which is the thermal oxidizer, absorption tower, and catalyst converter? And all are the mentioned options. Technique that is not suitable for control with emission of gas pollutant is which is the cyclone separator. The fume behavior which occurs in the super adiabatic condition with light to moderate wind speed in the presence of large scale thermal eddies is known as which a looping flume. Which of the following flume consists of 3 sections and is used for measuring flow in open channel more accurately than other types of flume, which is a partial flume? And what is alloying of leam caused by air pollutant called which is chlorosis? Dash is the phytotoxic air pollutant produced due to interaction of hydrocarbon and nitrogen oxide under the action of light, which is peroxylate nitrate. In suspended matter are aerosol containing solid particles or mixture of solid and liquid particles produced by chemical reactions such as fires is known as which is smoke. Fill in the blank. The large quantity of construction dust from cement, concrete, silica and wood are collectively classified as PM10. Which among the following is false for on-site reduction of air pollution, which is the use of high sulfur diesel? The type of pollution that you get increased during the daytime and in presence of O3 is which is the oxidizing smoke. In air pollution, looping flume referred to which is a flume having a weighing character and occurring in super adiabatic environment which produce highly unstable environment. Which of the following natural process of air pollution control that gaseous as well as particulate pollutant from the air get collected in the rain or mist and may settle out with the moisture, which is a absorption. Thermal power plant based on burning of coal pollutant atmosphere by adding to it which is NOx and SOx and particulate matter. According to environment population rules 1986, what is the permissible pH value of effluent to discharge into inland surface called which is 5.5 to 9.0. Which of the following is not a control technology that can be used for particulate matter which is condensation. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. Particulate matter carried and effluent gases from furnace burning fossil fuels are better removed by which is removed by electrostatic precipitator. The electrostatic precipitator are used as pollution control device for separation of which is particulate matter. Dash is finally divided in residue resulting from the combustion of powered coal and transported by fuel gases and collected by electrostatic precipitator fly ash. The two air pollution control devices that are usually used to remove air fine particles from the plume gas are which is electrostatic precipitator and fabric filter. Principle when the which of the following device does not work on given principle of air pollution control. Principle when the plates move through a region of high electric potential they become charged and then they are attracted to an oppositely charged area when they are collected and removed, hence electrostatic precipitator. Gaussian model is used for prediction of the concentration of pollutants from character is the single emission source. Set of limit intended to prevent environmental and property damage is called which is called secondary standard. The photochemical smoke is broken in color, so it is called brown air smoke. The brown color is due to presence of which is the NOx. Dash remove particular matter for pushing up flame gas against down falling water current which is a wet scrubber. The London smoke are primarily caused by which is burning of coal. The existence of perfect balance or equilibrium between various organisms in the natural environment is called ecological balance. Lead poisoning in industry commonly occur by which is called inhalation. Which of the following is a measure of soil index which is air pollution? Assertion Q fever is caused by Borrelia burgdorferi region made of transmission of Q fever including inhalation of infected dust, aerosol transmission and direct contact. So hence both assertion is false, assertion is true. Next question देखते हैं. The pollutant water is one which consists of undesirable substance rendering it unfit for drinking and domestic use. Next question देखते हैं. The Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act was enacted by Government of India in year जो 1974 में हुआ था. Presence of lead in water can classified as the type of adulterant which is a metallic contaminant. The dissolved gas oxygen level in natural unpolluted water at normal temperature is found to be order of which is a 10 milligram per liter. Population equivalent is defined as which is a ratio of total standard BOD 5 of industrial sewage per day to standard BOD 5 of domestic sewage per person per day. In India, reuse of treated wastewater policy to reduce dependency on fresh water was first launched in Gujarat. The self-purification factor of the stream which occurred due to the advent of organic matter settled to the better either chemically or biological is known as the reduction. Next question देखते हैं. Which one of the following is defined as the oxygen required for the microorganism to carry out biological decomposition of dissolved solid or organic matter in the water under aerobic condition in standard temperature which is the biochemical oxygen demand. Next question. Surface water will also include particulate and dissolved organic matter formed due to decay and leaching of organic detritus, which is collectively referred to as natural organic matter. The water discharge from sink and shower bathroom, which is less pollutant, is called grey water. Identify the major pollutant contribution from tanner industrial wastewater from the following, which is a chromium. अब बाकी का हम पार्ट 4 में कवर करेंगे, ठीक है। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो, प्लीज लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब द चैनल।